When you're first starting a business, you're hungry and you need cash, so your favorite word in the entire English language becomes yes. The problem with that is people ask you, can you build this custom feature? Can you build this booking page? Can you change this? Can you change that? And you just keep saying yes. And you end up like this over here. Sorry. A higher paying job instead of running a specific streamlined machine because you're saying yes to anyone and everything and anyone. And so you think you're being a great entrepreneur, but you're actually committing business suicide. And because every time you say yes to something outside this core system, you pay a massive complexity tax and you destroy your automation, which this is, you break your standard operating procedures, which this is, and you turn a scalable business into a stressful, high-paying job. That's what it is. So today, I'm talking directly to my younger self about the most dangerous word in business and how to say no. Because really, you want to say no enough times that you build a scalable business. But we'll talk about that. We'll get onto that. So today, in the old BizCraft, that's what we're talking about. Stay tuned. It's going to be a banger. So last episode, we talked about SOPs. Oh, my dog's barking. We've got a lot of dogs since last episode. So, but yeah, last episode we talked about what did we talk about? Niching down. No, we didn't. I'm just lying. We talked about AI last episode, but we have been talking about niching down recently. Let me unsit all my dogs so they don't disappear forever, and I never see them again. We're on the hunt for mangrove wood, gang. That is the mission. So we need to scour these savannas for mangrove. I know it's not in the savannah, but apparently you find mangrove wood in dry areas. So honestly, who knows? I also have a horse around here somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. A zombie horse, in fact. And yeah, just things have been going pretty well on the old BizCraft. That's what we call it. This is our BizCraft. Anyway, let's get on with kind of the content. I'm just gonna leave that. I've already got a pretty full inventory. So, the scarcity trap. So, just like this. When you're young and you're building a business, every dollar feels like life or death. You treat every client like they're your boss. What am I doing right now? And that's not the move. That's not the move. You want to whip them into shape. You want to whip your clients into shape because if you do things the right way, then that's how it will kind of work. So if a client offers you like $500 to do something and it's just a one-time thing, but it costs you like 5 hours of work. Well, $500 for 5 hours of work is unreal, first of all. But let's say it's $500 for like 5 hours of work every day for like 2 weeks. That's okay. It's not ideal, is it? But if you're low on cash, that's really good. And so that's great, but it's not scalable. So it's not something you can just like turn up the dial on and just do more of, and you'll just get more output. It's going to be more complicated than that. Guys, I have no idea where my horse is. I reckon half this episode is just going to be me running around after my horse. Just checking we've got the timer going. First of all, what's the wandering trader doing these days? What a loser, nothing. Okay, our horse could be anywhere at this point, by the way, so I'm gonna have to look for it. But to your brain, that 500, it feels like free money, right? It's 500. I'll have 500 to cover my costs. And truth be told, if someone said, Manny, I'll give you 500 quid to do like 5 hours of work, I would absolutely do it. That would be a no-brainer. That's 500 quid a day. So that's really good. And I'll be able to do that, and it'll be able to cover like the next thing that I'm scaling within my own business. So I'm looking around for my horse right now. I have no idea where this guy's gone. He's pretty important. He's pretty important. Important to the story arc. I want to say he's over here, actually. But it's never free money. Never free. So the £500 task is going to require like 3 phone calls, a custom workflow, this, that, and the other. And it's going to distract you from... There he is. There he is, the goat. It's going to distract you from the thing that really sets you apart from other companies, which is your system. It's your company's system, which is just different and works differently to other stuff. I hope you see what I'm saying. So you didn't just make $500. You paused your high leverage machine to make a few pennies on the side. So that's the difference between running a business, running a machine, and having just a high paying job. You see what I'm saying? It's good to get that money in when you're starting off as padding. But then with that padding, you need to reinvest. You need to, and that's your time and money into, oh my days, it's getting dark. I'm going to lose the plot. It is as well, but it's all right. Let's keep on running. I see another village in the distance, which is unreal. That's where we're going next. So, next point. The complexity tax. So, we've been talking recently about niching down, about SOPs, which are standard operating procedures, which is what you need to be able to write down everything that you do. Horses can swim now, which is unreal. I'm about that. And like autonomous AI pipelines, all these things that are really great, but if you just do one-off thing, it's really not going to work over time. And my parents right now, they actually think that that's all I'm doing, which is so annoying. It's frustrating, but it's okay. They basically just think that what I'm doing is only contract work, and that I'm like a freelance contractor, which I'm not. I'm building a business. It's entirely different. They just think I'm trying to live some kind of dream that doesn't exist. And it's like, Manny, you're not building a business because you don't have employees and you don't have capital, but I am. Anyway, so SOPs and automations only work when things are predictable, otherwise they just break. And that's fine. That's the way they work. This is so cool. Right, let's get active and get to bed. Let's get inactive, should I say. What am I saying? Dogs are barking. So, the moment you introduce a custom request, you throw a wrench in the gears. If your system is set up to automatically generate, for example, for me, this is what it is for me, automatically generate high quality websites whenever at the drop of a hat, whenever a customer wants one, you're not going to be able to, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And so what I do is I only serve clinics. The benefit of that is that, therefore, I can have a more streamlined automation. Automation can do more of it because you can template stuff rather than serving different niches with different needs. I don't do that, and it works really well. So I'm blocking those off because I don't want my donnies to die. Copper spear, interesting. I'm going to grab these apples, and I might as well replace my armor because it's probably getting a bit old. Not really, I'm kind of surprised. Moo. Not bad. Do you think there's copper swords? I don't actually know. I'm actually not interested in robbing this village. I say as I'm eyeing them up. But yeah, we're on the hunt for mangrove wood because some absolute loony asked... Look at this jungle, bro. What the... Such a weird looking jungle. Anyway, we're on the hunt for mangrove wood. Apparently, it spawns in around dry biomes, which it looks like that is... I mean, I don't know, but behind this savanna, so where I'm facing, there's another jungle biome. In fact, it might wrap around the entire edge because it's also in that direction. So jungle in that direction, jungle in that direction, jungle in that direction. Isn't that crazy? So I'm kind of interested. Did I just hear a witch? I don't know. Anyway, we're on the hunt for mangrove wood. Let me know if you see any. So if your system is set up for automatic high-quality websites for plumbers, and then someone in the beauty industry asks you for a website, your flow, ideally, shouldn't work for the beauty client, right? it shouldn't work that well. Now, therefore you can charge the beauty client a premium rather than just say no. You can just say, yeah, okay, we will do it, but it will cost you a lot more because this is not what we normally do. And they'll be like, that's fine. And if they're smart, then they'll go to someone else because that's just not ideal. And I'm sure there's people who will build you websites for beauty clients, etc. So you see what I'm saying? So this is crazy, man. A lot of jungle on the wall. All right, I am going to sit down all my dogs because I've got about 7, and that's a lot of lava. This is a bit tistic, but normally I wouldn't do this actually. Okay, I'm just embarrassing myself at this point in time. I'm so focused, sorry guys. Alright. So, suddenly you aren't an architect anymore, you're back in a terminal, you're back coding, or you're in a text editor, or you're in an AI chat trying to switch and make like a custom fix for one single client who you'll probably never fix for again, right? So with that in mind, it's just not ideal. It's not a good idea. All right, there should be a chest around this somewhere. Here it is. A golden apple. Smite 3 axe. That's crazy. We actually have a grindstone on us right now. Can I put this in here? No, I can put them in here though. Depth strider. I don't really care about that. Right. Anyone who knows about Minecraft knows that you're not going to get anywhere really with gold anything. Oh, that was a different pair of boots. It's crazy. I don't actually know what Efficiency 3, efficiency 4. Okay, cool. This is not ideal. Yeah. That's some good stuff right there. That's some good XP right there. Okay. So that's kind of that. That's kind of the main point. Where are we today? We have 3.5 minutes. That's perfect. Let's get going, guys. We're still adventuring. We're still looking for the mangrove. It's kind of I mean, this is what you do. This is what you do. This is what big time founders do, bro. They just keep going. They just keep going. I see how far that jungle is stretching. I'm gonna keep going. Keep following it. I hope I'm going the right way. I think I am. Because I don't want to circle back round and just be at the jungle I've been at. That's not ideal. Here's another swamp. Look, this is... I think that's a swamp. So, guys, this actually seems real. Basically, I looked it up and it said that mangrove spawns around like dry biomes. This, or is that mangrove? No way we've just found it. No way we've just found it. No way! Gang, I've been searching for so long to find this wood. What the hell is that? Mangrove roots. What is this? Mangrove propagule. That is so weird. This is so weird, guys. And we've got moss. One thing I'm definitely doing is grabbing the sapling, because that's the main thing. I'm in fact going to grab a few of them. We've been grabbing a lot of saplings, which is great. I'm going to plant those down. But I'm really happy we found the mangrove biome. See, I thought it was a swamp. But yeah, apparently, guys, so if you didn't know, because I didn't, the way we've got here, we found a jungle. That led to a savanna. That led to another jungle, and now we're in mangrove. Those are all hot places, so apparently that's how it works now these days in Minecraft. I don't know, though. Also, apparently breaking leaves gets you the sapling, which, well, it does, but haven't been seeing any saplings right now. Maybe that's this thing. Maybe that you can plant it in the ground. I'm not sure though. But I'm gonna chop this down. Mental though. Here we are. That's crazy. Anyway, let's keep it going. So, a lot of times we say yes because we feel guilty or anything else like that. Like, you'll just say yes because... Okay. You'll just say yes because you just don't want to say no, you know what I mean? You want to people please and, you know, you don't want to upset anyone. And some people will ask for stuff and then... That's what I've done in the past. And I'm glad I've done it because you promise stuff as well. And, yeah, it's just important to be truthful with kind of what you promise. And I've been pretty rubbish at being 100% on what I'm sure that I want, you know, from a client. Because it's an exchange, right? You guys gotta chill. You're gonna get hit with this axe, this big axe. Yeah, they actually will. I just heard one take damage, which is not ideal. Will we all make it back alive? Who knows? I hope so. If an AI... Okay, so we're all just taking damage these days. What are we doing? It's alright. We've got some meat. Hello, gang. Whose tail is looking slightly low? Kind of no one's, to be honest. No one's tail. Everyone's tail's looking fine. That tells you how much health they're on, by the way. Real talk. Real Minecraft nerd type ditty. Right, let's have a look and see if these are the way you plant them. It looks like it. That looks like a sapling to me. I'm going to keep trying, though, because we've come all this way, right? It would be tragic if it didn't work like that. So, the client doesn't care how much you sweated for or how many hours you sat at your desk. They care that the problem is solved. This is really important. In fact, a smart client who maybe runs their own business, if you're B2B, will understand that it's actually better if you spend less time or less effort on the site and that everything went according to plan because they don't want to find that it's rubbish, what you've built them and made for them, and they'd rather it be, you know, templatized, right? That's what you got to lean into, because that's actual usefulness, and that's how you actually break into a market, yeah? By doing the best thing. And the easiest way to do the best thing is to do the best thing for only one type of thing. One type of person, right? Anyway, I'm kind of yapping now, but I think you get my point. Let's break this mangrove wood. I'm trying to see these trees, these leaves fall. So, if your automated system solves their problem perfectly, your job is done. Adding extra fluff, extra reports, or extra features doesn't make the service better. It makes it bloated. So you got to protect the border. You got to have, you have to become a border guard for your business. No product is a closed box. They buy what's inside the box. Anything else, your product or service is a closed box. Everything they buy has to be inside that box. Right, where is my horse? Real talk. No. Every time with this horse, man. Just because it's a zombie horse and it's nonchalant and cool doesn't mean it gets to do this, you know what I mean? You know what I need, though, is a cat. Because the cats will scare away the creepers. Because it's getting so dark. Brother. Where is my horse gone? No, I'm done with this horse. I'm actually not, though. It's a zombie horse, guys. Don't forget. So awesome. I'm pretty sure they used to be, like, impossible to, like, find. There he is. Legend of the game. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going straight home. Yeah, my dog's actually made short work of him. That's so good. Tails are low. Tails are low. Let's stop this. Hello? Who else has been hit by the dirty zombie? No one, it seems. Let's go. Let's keep it going, gang. People are barking and snarling. Okay. What time we? Yeah, we're done. Of course we are. How long have I been recording for? 20 minutes. I always go over, but it's fine. So, last thing is how to say no productively. So what do you do then? How do you respect your machine? When a client asks for something crazy, you give them a firm boundary. We don't do custom development because it dilutes the quality of our core system. We specialize in doing only one thing perfectly. Now, importantly, you shouldn't have many of these conversations because you need to get good at targeting the right people, quality, and a lot of the right people, quantity. Getting those things dialed in for your lead acquisition, for client acquisition, getting the customers, making sure you're getting the right customers and making sure you're getting enough of them. If you absolutely must say yes to a massive opportunity, you don't change your normal rates. You charge a chaos premium. This is what I was saying. If a custom feature takes you out of your system, price it high that either the client says no or the payout is large enough to literally fund the next phase of your automation. So we're talking literally funding like the entire next systematic improvement of your whole business. Never do custom work for standard prices. So that's kind of it, gang. Hey, today was a victorious day. We found mangrove. We found it. I'm actually going to search up right now if mangrove, if it's these things, the propagulae, and then we'll make sure that we get those back to base ASAP. Next episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always interested in what you guys are doing in your business. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.